Alright, I'm going to swap them out. See how they look. They need cleaned up now, but see if they're even still holding enough air to stay standing. So we're measuring at 41 inches the wheel well to the ground with the tires I'm taking off. We'll see what it is when we got the new ones all on. Well, I've come to a dilemma, and that is that while putting this on, I found out that my wrench doesn't fit in the hole. It's a 22 millimeter, 7/8. And the largest socket I have is a 20 millimeter. So I've got to get another socket set just for that. And that's a bummer because these are sweet. And I want to feel how they ride and where they sit. They look way bigger than the ones I'm taking off. It's just because there's more rubber in reality. Well, a couple inches bigger, but there's a lot more rubber because of the size of the rim. And we're going from 18s to 16s, and moon eyes, of course. Once I get these polished up, that'll be nice. But gotta grab an extra socket so I can actually put them on and tighten them up. So there's my current delay. I gotta put the previous ones back on and make a run to the tool shed, apparently. Got my little helper here. She found a new ride. ¿Qué? ¿Más? ¿Ah? ¿Más allá? Oh. Ahí estamos. Tenemos que guardarlo por ahora, hija. Ok, sale. Más después. Más tarde habrá más. No, no se va a caer. The problem, it required this here. And so 7/8. What I have to do in order for this to fit is pull this red sleeve off, and that is one-handed thing. There we go. And that right there. Something in the middle too. So let's protect whatever you put in. I don't know if you can see that. Let's get a better shot here. Some light. See? So it's got the sleeves and everything to protect it, but let's see. Let me get up there and get it for you. Okay. You can see it fits just barely. And it looks like someone's been less than nice to these in the past. You can see there. It's not a big deal because this goes covered anyways, but of course I need to clean that up, polish it up. Alright, so starting, it's 11:40, and I'm going to give another minute to what I've spent loosening up on this. I'm just going to see how long it takes me to swap these, and since I've never done it before, and also playing around with tools to see if that little impact wrench can do it. It doesn't seem to be enough to get the one on the bottom, but that's while everything is lowered and has all the pressure from the weight of the vehicle since it's on the ground. So we'll see. I'm going to get it jacked up and go from there. Okay, I just want to take a minute here just to give a good comparison and line these up next to each other on the flat surface of the sidewalk so you can see what the change is. There you go. So, see how parallel you can get with that. So, it's supposed to be just 2 inches, but it seems more than that. Looking at it here, close. That seems like more than 2 inches. Seems more like 4 inches to me. Right from the, definitely at least 3, but probably 4 right to the round spot there. Anyways, we're going from our 33 12.5 R18 to 315/75 R16, and these are DX-9 Bandit MT by Delanite, and the ones that are going on are Mud Terrain TAs by BF Goodrich. And one thing I learned, because didn't know because I hadn't done it, I've rotated my tires or anything, so I realized there are half-inch spacers in here, and so I'm not complaining about them. I'm going to leave them on. But let's see how this goes on and see how much taller that sits than 41. As you can see there, that was a ridiculous amount of work. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and pick up some lug nuts that don't have the cover on them. These ones have that cover, and it makes them, I think I can get some that are a little bit smaller, that are easier to get that socket on and off of, because that's a lot of work, ridiculous amount of work. But that one's on, and that's it for that one. We'll see the one on the opposite side. Alright, let's see. I'm going to lower that down and see what we end up with. Well, I'm glad they're holding air, and yeah, I'd say that's I'd still say yeah, definitely a couple inches above least. Yeah, I'd say about 2. And everything's squished out there. And I'm glad those are holding air. That's awesome. Well, let's find out how much taller this sits than 41 inches now. Right there, it's just about 42, so it's not a huge difference. Those might be low on air, I'm not sure. I'm going to go have them checked. And this side was a lot easier to put on than the other side. Hopefully the other two will prove similar. We'll see. Wish I had those black side out. I like black side out instead of the white letters out. But it's one thing I like about the others. But I don't feel like paying to have them remounted and balanced just for that. So I'll leave it for now and get the other two done. Okay, so right here up front, we are fitting out the wheel well, 39 inches. So we'll see how much difference it makes up here. Should, if it's consistent with the back, should be right at 40 to the top of that wheel well. So we'll see. So it looks like the inside of that rim is hitting on the brakes. So I'm going to put this side back on, the original tire, and go ahead and try and fit that to the other side. Well, you know what, before I do that, I'm going to go grab that last one that I've got and see if that'll fit. Well, I've got that original back on. These rims don't seem to fit over the brakes up front. And I'm just going to confirm, see if that's the same on the driver's side. And if not, then I might try one from the back. But I'm going to find out first if it's the same on this side, then I'm just going to go ahead and accept that they're not going to happen, because of the rims not fitting around the brakes up front. So hopefully it's just the exception on that side and one of the back wheels will fit, but I want to make sure. So I'm going to test it here and then we'll find out. That confirms that these wheels are not going to fit over the brakes on the front of the truck, so I won't be able to use them. That's a bummer. They're cool. But it's alright. I like the ones I have had on there. So I'm just going to do a rotation and it'll just be a really extensive rotation. And I'll have to get rid of these ones because they don't help me any, since I can't put them on. They're definitely not fitting on my wife's car. That's Subaru not gonna happen there. So that's it, and then I'll have to figure out why that's fogging up and fix it too as the next project. But That's a bummer. What a big letdown. Well, I'll get them rotated then. That's all I got left to do. It's gonna be a lot faster, I'll tell you that much. So the brake setup itself on the front is a lot beefier than the one on the back. So the calipers stick out further. The calipers on the front are like out to here, where these ones are pretty thin. All the brake pads are good. It's just that the caliper itself is too thick on the front. And if you rewind the video, you can see that compared to this one here. And that's quite the bummer. That's the limiting factor why these rims are not going to work. Well, I'm going to keep going and get this rotation done. Hopefully that other side comes off as easy as this one did, but I doubt it since it was a struggle to get it on. But we'll find out. Alright, that's it. So that's the full rotation, which took a lot less time than everything else. And is definitely going to be faster. I'll hold on to the kit. Use it for all our vehicles. And it'll be good. Not a good time to be throwing money away at things, but that's going to save a whole lot of time long term and make my tires last longer, so that's going to be a bonus. So, you know, have the star for when I'm on the road there if I need it for anything. That one there, it's a nice fold down one I picked up, so I bought that one used or the kit new. And so that is where we're at. We're rotated, so what I'm doing is I'm going straight back with the front wheels and crisscrossing the rear wheels to the front. And so that's the first rotation I've done on these, and they've worn quite a bit. They've been on there for longer than they should have been without a rotation, but that's the end of it. And let me put this down on the ground. Now she's officially done. Back to 39 inches on the front and 41 on the back, above the wheel well, at the top of the wheel well. And no change since there can't be any. Anyways, that's what it is, and that's all we can do about it. So, what a bummer, what a letdown. I was excited for these big boys, but the other ones I have on there aren't too big or too small, so I'm happy with them. Been happy with them so far. I was happy with them when I got them on there, so I'm just gonna appreciate it and keep rolling. So at least my fuel economy won't decrease. Right now I'm rolling right around a 10 is what it's saying, but I don't know if these are obviously not stock tires, and so I doubt that speedometer's been adjusted to it exactly. So it's all an estimate, but it's about 10 and a half miles per gallon is what I'm averaging. So we'll see. And thanks for joining me. I'll let you know when I get that headlight fixed up. You'll see me next time.